months. 12 months. God is faithful. We can't make him a liar. Interestingly, God keeps records of the things that he's done for you. Did you know that? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And he expects us to return. Let's look at 1 Samuel chapter 1. 1 Samuel chapter 1. We'll take it from needed a child, right? And year in, year out, she just kept praying. And on this occasion, she comes, she has an encounter with the Lord, and she conceives. But she makes a pledge to the Lord. She makes a vow that she was going to bring the child back to the Lord. Now, so in verse 24 of 1 Samuel chapter 1, the Bible says, and when she had weaned him, she took him up with her with 3 bullocks and 1 ephah of flour and a bottle of wine, and brought him unto the house of the Lord in Shiloh, and the child was young. There is the understanding of thanking and giving culture, that when you're thanking, excited about the things that the Lord has done, you also give offerings. That's one of the reasons we have Thanksgiving offering, and when it's time, we will give a Thanksgiving offering. Now, a Thanksgiving offering is not an offering that is like a second thought. A Thanksgiving offering is supposed to be an intentional offering. A Thanksgiving offering is lifting up a seed, bringing it to the Lord and saying, Lord, I just appreciate you for how you have blessed me this year. You know, so it's not looking for change in your back pocket to give God. It's an intentional offering. It's an offering that ought to be planned. It's an offering that should represent. Now, you can't pay for what the Lord has done for you. We can't pay for what the Lord does in our lives, but we can leads us, and our heart desires to do. Verse 25, and they slew a bullock and brought the child to Eli. Verse 26, and she said, O my Lord, as thy soul liveth, my Lord, I am the woman, I am the boy, I am the one. I'm that boy that came to your office crying. I'm that person who called that night. I am the one. I am the woman that stood by thee here praying unto the Lord. For me, this is humility. The ability to return to share a testimony, the ability to return to give evidence to what the grace of God in a house has done for you is humility. Now she had a baby. I mean, she could just let people share testimonies pridefully. Oh yes, I have, because it will make them look somehow. You should be able to say, this is where I was. This is where God met me. We know cases that were very bad cases, but the testimonies were shared casually, like, oh, it wasn't even a big deal, you know. Then the Lord did it. They just trivialized what the Lord did. And you do 2 major disservices. Number 1, you're not thanking God appropriately. You have trivialized what the Lord has done in your life. Number 2, you're also not cast out. I prayed. Someone will say, it just happened, Sha. I can't just tell, it just happened, Sha. They won't say, for this child I prayed. We'll be like, yeah, then it just happened. Well, we thank God, Sha.